Well, before I tell you, let me just tell you something that's currently happening. 3 former presidents and a deputy president have gathered in Parktown in Johannesburg to discuss the general crisis that's facing South Africa. We're talking about former President F.W. de Klerk, Thabo Mbeki, Kgalema Motlanthe, and Deputy President Phumzile Mlambo Ngcuka. We're going to be crossing to Aldrin Simpi in a short while. He'll tell us about what is currently going on there in this very important meeting. But first, let's go back to the World Economic Forum now. Let's just get another update from Diabo Setu. Diabo, just talk us through this final day. What are we looking forward to?
Well, Leanne, of course, you know that the final day is normally very, very short. Sessions, they ended around just after 12 or just before 12. This is when the delegates leave. They wrap up. Sessions are normally just short. And, of course, a whole lot of networking happening. But historically, the last day of the conference is normally quite short, and not very much happens. You know, people just, exchange business cards, go to last sessions, sign a few deals here and there, but of course it's not as hectic as it was 2 days ago when it started. But I want to tell you, Leanne, about an interesting concept that is taking Cape Town by storm. It's called Sweep South. Now, Sweep South is an app that has been developed by Ayesha Pandor, and what it does, it's almost like an Uber model where you get to request a helper, a domestic helper or a cleaner to come to you and help you, and you pay and you obviously pay them for the services rendered. But it's a very, very interesting concept in that it is designed and it works through an app. Ayesha is also one of the breakthrough female tech entrepreneurs for 2017. She is one of 6 in Africa and one of 2 in South Africa. She joins me now, and let's find out from her about her business and exactly how it works. Ayesha, thank you so much. This is such an innovative app of getting 3,000 women who have just got themselves jobs.
Thank you. So the way Sweep South works is that it's a website and an app, and I came up with the concept along with my co-founder when we were looking for someone to help us with home cleaning. We went through a really long process to try and find that person, and we realized that in South Africa there are many domestic workers. We have over 1 million domestic workers in this country for a population of just over 50 million. So many women in the country who are domestic workers, but finding them work and helping them connect with people who are looking for their services was an issue, and so we decided to design technology that would be able to do that in a very fast, reliable, convenient way for both sides.
This is a very interesting concept, particularly for the domestic workers. It changes the face of a domestic worker, as it know, and brings back the dignity to the trade, if you like. Tell me a little bit about what you have found and how it has changed women's lives.
Yeah. So what we wanted to do, and being a working mom myself, what I wanted to do is have the platform be flexible and allow for flexible work. 74% of women on our platform are primary breadwinners. 67% are single moms. So we understood that people have other responsibilities outside of work, and we designed the platform to allow them the flexibility to do that. The other thing was, through a platform, people were professionalizing that relationship. So whereas before, people would at the last minute change what they were paying people after they'd worked a full day for them, they would ask them to do additional tasks that would extend into the night, suddenly introduce caring for kids or whatever into the agreement. Now there's a platform where it's set out immediately what it is that needs to be done, and we've changed the language as well, so we don't use the term maid, char. We call our cleaners on the platform Sweep Stars, and Sweep Stars understand what the job is that they're doing. When the job is done, they tell the client, I'm finished. Is there anything else you'd like me to do? If there is anything else, they're paid for that additional work. Otherwise, they leave, and the transaction, the payment takes place online, so there's no room for abuse or exploitation.
That's very, very interesting. One of the sessions that were held here at the World Economic Forum was on youth development and also entrepreneurial skills and spirit. We know that the biggest challenges is red tape. What are the kind of challenges that you had to encounter in putting this concept together?
So, one of the things that we came across was that we were using technology on both sides. So on a consumer side, there was the question about whether, and this was back in 2014 when we started started the business late in 2014, there was a question about whether e-commerce would take on in South Africa. And then on the sweep star side, on the cleaner side, whether people would have access to smartphones to be able to use the app on their side. And that now is not even a question anymore. And then the other thing is just, ease of starting a business. So opening a bank account. It took us quite some time to open a bank account, open an online banking account. But through the sessions,
the nature of the business?
The nature of the business, but I think also at the time it was quite difficult as a young starting entrepreneur to do those things. So an online bank account was something that to my bank at the time was they were still getting to grips with that idea. But through these sessions that we've had at the forum, we listened to Minister Lindiwe Zulu speak yesterday, and they've been extremely supportive of young entrepreneurs and young female entrepreneurs. And it's certainly things have changed now, and I feel like starting the business in 2017 would have been a very different story from 2 or 3 years ago.
Just lastly, Ayesha, being one of the breakthrough and global breakthrough female tech entrepreneurs of 2017, and also being a global shaper, how does this, put your business up there in the map? I really love the concept.
Thank you. So, what it does is it gives us recognition on a big stage. Obviously, this is it's a global forum, so it gives us recognition. It's also, I think, testament to the hard work that my team has done. So I have a fantastic, very socially conscious team who work with us in our offices, and it also, we have leaders of different countries, captains of industry coming, and they've reached out to us and offered their support. So it's a big honor, but also an opportunity to expand our business and expand the work that we're doing to other countries as well.
Ayesha Pandor, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. We really appreciate it. Leanne, don't you just love that? This is a very, very good, a very, very nice and innovative project that really just captured my attention. That was Ayesha Pandor. She is the founder and CEO at Sweep South. It's a cleaning service based in Cape Town, obviously rolled over in other parts of the country. It's already in Joburg as well. It's created 3,000 jobs so far. It's created since 2014, and she's one of the global shapers of the World Economic Forum, and also one of the breakthrough female tech entrepreneurs for 2017. And with that, let's hand over back to Johannesburg.